Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. It is March 17th, it is the release date of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy box here in the UK. I know it's been delayed in America, I believe it's delayed until 1st of April I want to say. But we have it here, and today is the official release day. We are going to be opening it, we're going to be unboxing it, we're going to be looking at the cards. And this playmat that you see in the background here, this is a prize for the Speed Duel GX Duel Academy box. As you can see, it's Ancient Gear Golem. It has only the 3 monster card zones, the 3 spell and trap card zones. It does have the field and extra card zone, and the graveyard and the deck, of course. And in order to get one of these, all you have to do is compete in your own version of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel GX Academy. And if your local shop doesn't have one, then ask them why not, because it is free to apply to. You will get one of these, and it is a wonderful thing. And of course, this one isn't mine. This is going to belong to one of the competitors at this weekend's tournament, which will once again be broadcast on YouTube on free pay-per-view. It's like pay-per-view, apart from you get it for free. So, everything to look forward to. We are going to look at this. So what you get in here, the retail price of this is £28.99. You have 8 complete Yu-Gi-Oh! GX boxes, or decks even, sorry, and swaps around a little bit. But, and of course, always make sure that it is officially sealed. You can see by the little Konami plastic logos on it. This is the second one of these, well, this one's the Duel Academy box, but it's the second one of these boxes. The first one was the KC box, which had 8 decks from Battle City, from the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we are just going to cut right in here, and there we go, and we can see exactly what is in this box. So it comes with 20 skill cards, 8 secret rare cards, well 8 secret rare upgrades, so you get all of the 8 cards already, but you also get them in secret rare, you get a chance at them. The 20 skill cards are all brand new, and more, of course, and more. This is always one of the favourite wrestlers that I look forward to seeing, because that was always in the WWE adverts. It was, see all these wrestlers and more. Yes, the very, very famous and more. So we see on the back here, we have the Cyber Dragon, we have the Rainbow Dragon, we have a whole bunch of the cards here, but let us just jump right into it. Oh well, on the side, you have the Flame Wingman. Looks like we're getting a bit of the sun coming in here. You have a few of the characters. There's, I was going to say D Hero Blue D, but it's not, it's Plasma. That's what it's called in English. I know all Japanese names of the D Heroes, the English ones, not so good at. So let's see exactly what we have inside. So first of all, you have 2, 3, 4. You have 4 playmats for you to play with your friends at home. This is a perfect way to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! If you've always wanted to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you've never found a good entry point, this is the perfect entry point. So let's open this up, see what this looks like. Because it's only £28.99 and it's 8 complete decks for you. So here we have the playmat. On one side, it is Jaden with Flame Wingman, and on the other, it is Aster with his boss monster, D Hero Plasma. So very cool. And on the back of it, first of all, there is a list of all the cards. So there you can see actually cards for each character. So if you want to try and make the game a bit more fair, rather than just putting everything together, you can tell people like, hey, we're going to play a tournament where you're only allowed to use the cards used by this character. So example, if you want to play Crowler, then you're allowed to play any of these cards, and if you just buy 3 of the GX boxes, then you know you could play 3 Ancient Gear Golems, or you know if you want to play, you know, Jaden's deck, you know, you can swap about your E heroes, play multiple of different ones, make your fusions a little bit easier, make your decks just a little bit more consistent. So that is quite a cool idea. We might stick to that. Haven't entirely decided, but it's a cool idea. And I think, judging by the fact that all these are the Flame Wingman wing on the top of it, I think all these playmats are the same, so we don't need to look at them. But what we do need to look at, wow, okay, so we have our pack of secret rares. You can see that there's a secret rare polymerization on the top. We have E-Hero Avian, Ancient Gear Golem. These appear to be the skill cards. It's got a Cyber Dragon in the back. And here is Flame Wingman, which seems to be our fusions. So we'll take a look at all of these. So let's see the secret rare cards. So these ones are the ones that are random. You don't get guaranteed set secret rares. You get 8 random secret rares that can be from a selection of cards that are available as secret rares. So it's very, very cool to see. These are essentially like your sort of prize cards. I mean, they're not exactly prize cards, but they're up there. We have Apprentice Magician, D-Hero Dasher. I've heard he's quite worthwhile. Oh, a secret rare Cyber End Dragon. That's very cool. Secret rare Floodgate Trap Hole. That's very nice. Don Zalug. Secret rare Ancient Gear Golem and a secret rare Armed Dragon level 7. Very, very cool little cards there. Some of these I'm very happy with actually. So, very, very nice to see those cards, see some of the older cards. Another great thing about this is this goes back to the origins of Yu-Gi-Oh! The times before you had synchros or XYZs or link summons. So if you aren't a fan of the new mechanics, this is the way to go back to the original version of the game. So let's start opening things up and seeing exactly what we have here. Let's open up this last, because this is the skills, and we'll look at the skills at the end once we've looked at all the other cards. So let's, there's normally a little tab here. If you run your finger across it, normally there is. I'm not feeling it. There we go. There, it was just a little bit hidden. So you just peel that off. This part peels off. I mean, you don't need to keep this bit. You only care about the cards. So let's see here. We have... So I'm guessing this is Jaden's deck. So we'll keep that aside here. This is Aster's deck. And this seems to be Chaz's deck. So we'll leave those separately. Let's open up this one. And then we'll look through the cards. Again, it is right, there's a little tab right at the front where it's nice and easy to find. So Ancient Gear Golem can only belong to Crowler. Oh my goodness, it's stuck to me. Crowler, of course, a teacher, and he is a doctor because he spent 7 years playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've spent 20 years playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my goodness. I'm a double teacher. So we have Ancient Gear Golems, which is going to be Crowler's deck, of course. This is going to be Alexis' deck. I really hope her name is Alexis in English. This is going to be... what's his English name? It is not Jedi, it begins with a J. On the back here... Jesse is his English name, who plays Crystal Beasts. So those are 6 of the decks. Let's open up this one, because I think this is going to be the last 2 decks here. So we have the Cyber Dragons, which of course belong to Zane. And we have Brody's deck, which is Volcanics. And then the rest of this is your skill cards. So, what's in here? Let's take a quick look at this. Just to make things a little bit different, the tab moved to the back rather than the front. So I'm guessing these are the fusion cards, these are the extra decks for everyone. So, we have Flaming Man, Thunder Giant, Rampart Blaster, Steam Healer, Dark Bright, and Plasma Vice, which I assume all of those are going to be fusions for Jaden. So let's leave them over next to the Jaden deck. We have Destiny Endragoon, D-Hero Dangerous, which are going to be Destiny Heroes, which is going to be for Aster. We have the Ajama King, the VW Catapult, and the Ajama Knight, which surely are going to go with Chaz. We have the Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, which is very interesting, because that's... oh, it's Ancient Gear Golem and 2 Ancient Gear Monsters, so you can actually fuse this. For a second there, I thought it was 3 Ancient Gear Golems, but it appears that I was incorrect. So it looks like this is the only fusion for Crowler. We have Cyberblader, which is for Alexis. We have the Rainbow Overdragon, which is surprising to see, which of course is going to be Jessie's. We have Cyber End Dragon, Chimera Tech Overdragon, and Cyber Dark Dragon, but no Cyber Twin Dragon, which is going to be for Zane. And it looks like Brody doesn't get any fusions, but instead we have some weird cards. So we have an Hourglass of Life. Not sure why that's there. Someone in the comments is going to have to let me know why that's there. We have Big Koala, which of course was Hayato. What was his name? Chumley in English, because he looked like a big koala. We have Moki Moki, Okie Dokie Moki Moki. I remember the episode. We have Don Zalug, which of course Jaden fought against. We have the Apprentice Magician with the Des Kangaroo, which fuses with the big koala. We have Gyroid. Ah, that's interesting. We didn't have Show's deck in this, or Cyrus. Cyrus is his English name. Hydrogen, which of course was one of the key cards of Bastion. Rainbow Dark Dragon. Oh, that's interesting. So Rainbow Dark Dragon isn't included in the Jessie deck, but you do get one. That's quite cool. Black Brachios, which is Tyranno Hassleberry's card. I'm getting tested here. 2 an Ancient Gear Golem, so that you can play that GX match that Pegasus had against Crowler, and he was called Napoleon in Japanese. I'm not sure what he was called in English, but he was the other school teacher. We have a Sphere Crable. Sphere Crable was a very, very sought after card in Speed Duel, so that's very nice to just get that as a common. There you have the Master of Oz himself, which is the Big Koala, and the Des Kangaroo, which we saw earlier. So that's quite cool to see that fusion. It's a fusion of only 2 monsters and it has 4,200 attack, so it's pretty cool, pretty strong. We have the VWXYZ Dragon Cannon Catapult. So in this deck we have the VW Tiger Catapult, and if you have the Kaiba deck from the original Speed Duel box, that had the XYZs in it. So I think if you combine the 2 of them together, you can make VWXYZ, or the V to Z as it's called. You have Book of Moon, very strong card. Anyone that plays Speed Duels anyone that plays Duel Links is well aware of how important Book of Moon is. We have Fusion Weapon, which could be equipped to quite a few different fusion cards in this deck. You have Moki Moki Smackdown to go with your Moki Moki you saw earlier. We have Crystal Beacon, which is interesting, not included in this deck, but it does come in there. You have a Jama Country, which not included with Chaz, but you do get one. You have Advanced Dark. Oh, that's interesting. So Advanced Dark would go with your, let me find it, Rainbow Dark Dragon. So that could be quite a cool combination. I wonder if there's going to be a skill involved to use the evil version of Jessie. You have Rising Energy, which is a sort of stronger but also weaker Rush Recklessly. Because it increases the attack, you can use it during the damage step. Discard a card, target a monster in the field, and gains 1500 until the end of the turn. So it can be quite a little dangerous trap. Just a Break, which is very good if you're using normal monsters. When your opponent's monster declares an attack on your normal monster, destroy all monsters in the field except attack position normal monsters, which includes your own, so be careful for that. And a Floodgate Trap Hole, which isn't included in anyone's deck, but it's a very, very strong card. That's when a monster is summoned to the opponent's field, you turn it face down and the opponent can't turn it face up themselves. So, very, very strong card. Well, I think it's the opponent can't change its battle position, which is even stronger. So, let's take a look at the skill cards. So we have Jaden, which is Here Goes Something. Once per duel, you can activate this skill at the start of your battle phase when you control exactly one E-Hero monster and no other monsters. For the rest of that turn, that one monster gains 800 attack while battling opponent's monsters and can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. Interesting. So, that's kind of cool. Right, I just realised that there's a lot of skill cards here, and if I read out every single one, we're going to be here for the next hour. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show them all off to the camera, and hopefully you guys will just be able to pause and you'll be able to look at the card for yourself. So we have Powerful Group of Guys, Land of the Ajamas, Ancient Fusion, Cyberblade Fusion, Crystal Transcendence, Forbidden Cyber Style Technique, Blaze Accelerator Deployment, The Right Hero for the Job, Looking into the Future, Armed and Ready, Middle Age Mechs, Machine Angel Ascension, Rainbow Crystal Collection, Cyberdark Style, Volcanic Cannon, Energizing Elements, which interestingly is Bastion, and there's no Bastion deck here, Room for Growth, which is Cyrus, and there's no Cyrus deck, so that's interesting. I've got Dino DNA, which is Tyranno Hasselberry, and then Consumed by Darkness, which if you look at the back of this, you can see that's actually Yugioh and Dark Jesse. And also on the back of these cards, you can see this one's Jaden, this one is Aster, this one is Chaz. And for those that don't play speed deals, the reason why the back of the cards is like this is because you set the card face down. It has to be in a clear sleeve. You set the card face down to show your opponent what deck you're playing, but not what skill you're using, and then you flip up the skill to show them at the start of the game. So for example, there is 2 Zane cards. So, you know, the opponent will know that you're playing Zane, but they don't know if you're going to be playing the Cyber Dark style, or if you're going to be playing the, where is it? Forbidden Cyber style. So, I'll just quickly show these 2 skills just to show the comparison. So, Forbidden Cyber style is activate this skill once per turn, once per duel, if your life points are 1500 or less and you control the monsters, reduce your life points to 50, very costly. Then special summon up to 3 machine cyber monsters from your hand, deck, or graveyard. That's very strong. And they each become Cyber Dragon machines with 2100 attack and 1600 defense. Cannot be tributed. For the rest of the turn, you cannot summon set except by fusion summoning, nor attack except with fusion monsters, and then destroy any monster summoned by the skill during your end phase. So this whole purpose is to allow you to pull out a Cyber End Dragon and almost nothing else. And if you don't have that way of summoning the Cyber End Dragon, then you just kind of lose, because you'd go down to 50 life points. Your monsters can't attack because they're not fusion monsters, and they all get destroyed at the end of the turn. So you need to summon it into the Cyber End Dragon when you use that effect. The other one is Cyber Dark style, which is once per turn, choose 3 Cyber Dark monsters from your deck. Your opponent randomly adds 1 of them to your hand. Shuffle the other 2 along with this card from your hand, along with a card from your hand, not this card, back into your deck. Then flip this card over. This skill can be used up to 3 times. Once when your life points are 3000 or less, once when your life points are 2000 or less, and once when your life points are 1000 or less. So the difference in these 2 decks is one is all about Cyber Dragons and the other one is all about Cyber Dark Dragons. So it lets you use 2 different skills, 2 different versions of the deck, even though you only get 1 deck. So that's why it kind of helps if you buy multiple of these, so that you have 3 copies of each of these cards. So the next thing we're going to do, now that we've went over the skills, is we're going to very, very quickly go over all the cards that are in each player's decks. So we have, for Jaden's deck, Flame Wingman, Thunder Giant, Rampart Blaster, Steam Healer, Dark Bright, and Plasma Vice. Very cool. Avian, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, Goddess with the Third Eye, Winged Krebo, Rottweiler, Bubbleman, Blade Edge, Wild Heart, Necroshade, Polymerization, Fusion Sage, Reinforcement of the Army, very strong, Skyscraper, Fusion Recovery, Our Righteous Justice, not any of the other ones, not the H, E, or O, Negate Attack, Hero Emerges, and Hero Signal, which will give you a pretty cool Jaden-like deck. For Aster, we have Destiny End Dragoon, D-Hero Dangerous, Plasma, Doomlord, Diamond Dude, Blade Master, Dasher, Fearmonger, Dogma, Malicious, 2 Maliciouses. I like the fact that they did this. I mean, they could have just added in only 1 Malicious, but it doesn't do anything at 1. So it's nice that they gave you 2, so that if you only buy 1 of this, at least this is still active, it's still relevant. Dark Angel, Polymerization, Reinforcement of the Army, Mirasama Blade, Dark City, D-Spirit, Over Destiny, Night Beam, Destiny Signal, D-Chain, and D-Counter. For Chaz, you have the Ojama King, the VW Tiger Catapult, the Ojama Knight, Ojama Yellow, Green, and Black, V Tiger Jet, Sharon the Mage, Arm Dragon level 3, 5, and 7, W Catapult, Ojama Red, and Ojama Blue, which is very cool to get these guys, Polymerization, Ojama Delta Hurricane, Ojama Magic, Tri-White, Ojama Match, Grave of Enkindling, Super Rush Recklessly, Spike Shield with Chain, and Wall of Disruption. Wall of Disruption is very, very strong in this style of game. For Crowler, we have the Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, Mechanical Chaser, Giant Rat, Trojan Horse, Dekoche, Ancient Gear Beast, Ancient Gear Soldier, Ancient Gear Engineer, Ancient Gear Knight, Ancient Gear Gadget. You've got Earthquake, Ancient Gear Castle, Gear Town, both very cool, Double Cyclone, Card Advance, Metal Morph, Statue of the Wicked, Damage Condenser, and Miniaturize. And for those that aren't aware, Double Cyclone works really strong with these to summon out these, which is very nice to see that that is in there. For Alexis, we have Cyberblader, Blade Skater, Senjo of the 1,000 Hands, not 10,000 Hands. That's Mandra the 10,000 Hands. This is Senjo of the 10,000 Hands. Sonic Bird, DD Warrior Lady. That's very cool. That's very strong. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. Interestingly, same card. Well, same person that's on the card. Obviously, very different effects. Etol Cyber, Cyber Tutu, Cyber Gymnast, Cyber Prima, Cyber Angel Benton, Itadin, and Izana. The Warrior Returning Alive, Ritual Weapon, Machine Angel Ritual, Berserk Scales, Cosmic Cyclone, Hallowed Life Barrier, Double Passe, and Jar of Avarice. Next we move on to Jesse. You've got the Rainbow Overdragon, you've got the Rainbow Dragon, you've got Amethyst Cat, Amber Mammoth, Ruby Carbuncle, Emerald Tortoise, Topaz Tiger, Cobalt Eagle, and Sapphire Pegasus. Yes, you have all 7 of the Crystal Beasts, which is very, very cool to see there. Crystal Seer, Rainbow Runes, Rare Value, Crystal Blessing, Promise, Release, Crystal Tree, Crystal Raigeki, Rainbow Life, Rainbow Gravity, Gravel Storm, and Crystal Conclave. Last 2 decks, we have Zane. So Zane is Cyber End Dragon, the Chaotic Over Dragon, Cyber Dark Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Hunter Dragon, Proto Cyber Dragon, Cyber Phoenix, Cyber Dark Horn, Cyber Dark Edge, Cyber Dark Keel, Exploder Dragon, Cyber Valley, Cyber Dark Claw. Interesting to see that in there. That's interesting. Very nice. Polymerization, Different Dimension, Future Fusion, Overload Fusion, Cyber Dark Impact, Trap Jammer, Cyber Shadow Gardener, Straight Flush, Memory Loss, and Cyber Network. And lastly, we have Brody's deck, which is Volcanic Doomfire, Blazing Apache, Charcoal Apache, UFO Turtle, Spirit of Flames, Raging Flame Sprite, Volcanic Shell, again, 2 Volcanic Shells, so they're active, Volcanic Blaster, Volcanic Hammer, Volcanic Rocket, which used to be a secret rare, that's pretty nice, Royal Firestorm cards, also used to be a secret rare card, Salamandra, Twister, Blaze Accelerator, tries Blaze Accelerator, Wildfire, Michizuri, yeah, that's right, Covering Fire, and Firewall. Another really cool thing about Speed Duels is some of these decks, when they were first released, weren't what you would consider meta. They weren't strong enough, but with these skills and with the balancing that Speed Duel has, it can actually be quite interesting that decks that at one time just weren't relevant suddenly have value to them and can actually be played. So it's an entirely different game. It plays exactly the same as Yu-Gi-Oh, but these skill cards kind of make the difference, which is very, very interesting to see. It changes the gameplay, it changes the mechanics. Of course, you only have 3 Morse card zones, you only have 3 spell and trap card zones, and you only start with 4,000 life points. So it is designed to be a faster game, but this is designed to be more like the original anime. So if you are a fan of nostalgia, and if you wanted to ever, try and play Jaden's deck, and you ever went to a tournament and you tried your little E-heroes and they just got completely demolished by people playing Monarchs or such back in the day, back in 2005, 2006 at this point. Oh my goodness, I'm old. Well, this is the time for you, because now you can get these cards, you can play the decks that you wanted to play, you can play your proper version of, maybe Bastion's deck, maybe. I don't know if that works. You can play Chaz, you can play Aster, and you can just have a really good time with just this. And again, you don't need to buy 3 of it, you can just buy 1 of it and you can just play this with your friends and it'll be a good time, it'll be a fun time. Even if you've got friends that are really into Yu-Gi-Oh! That have their full meta decks, this is still a fun thing for you guys as well. And even if you play other games, this is a nice little break. It's quite cheap, it's only $28.99. If you split it between 8 of you, then it becomes very, very cheap for you guys to get hold of. And also, don't forget that you get your secret rare cards. And some of these will be quite sought after. I'm told that Dasher is currently quite a necessary card in the current format, in the current meta. So I think if you maybe sell some of those secret rare cards online, you can make some of your money back as well if that's what you want to do. And of course, you have the chance of getting this beautiful playmat if your shop is running one of the Speed Duel events. So that is going to be it for this video, folks. I really hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope that you also enjoy your Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Speed Duel Academy. So that's it for this video, folks. We will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.